Firefly base close
What's
by.
up, guys?
Be careful and stick
Lucky.
together.
Man, I just got through playing The Last of Us DLC, and oh my god, it was freaking incredible. It was so freaking incredible. This is a match on DLC map, Suburbs, with Dave and Kelsey and Pete, and it's a really tight game. I think I end up with like 12 downs, but very easily, aside from a few mistakes, it very easily could have been like 14 or 15. But no, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I want to talk about Left Behind, because it was so good, and I think it like sets the bar for exactly what DLC should be. For 20 bucks a season pass, you get 2 map packs. You're gonna get new modes in multiplayer, and you get a single player story that's a good 3 hours that really, truly, totally complements fuck, I'm out of bullets. It like really totally complements the single player. You know, it's just not something extra. They bring in some new mechanics too. It's very well balanced. The story is perfect. It tells new parts of the story, but at the same time it ties back into the original story and adds a different layer of context to the events that take place there. And it is exactly what you need out of a DLC. And then to get 2 map packs on top of it, and mode, you know, for 20 bucks, extremely fair price. And this is, to me, Naughty Dog, this is where Naughty Dog shines, because they treat their customers right. They care about their game. They care about giving gamers the best deal for their money. They really do. And I know I've been critical of Last of Us, and I just felt like the story itself was a little bit overhyped. But that said, you cannot talk bad about the production quality on Last of Us. I mean, it was top notch. And if I'm gonna measure it in terms of gameplay, I mean, and let's be honest here, when we review, we should be reviewing things based on how well they play. And Last of Us is extremely solid, aside from, you know, a few puzzle missions. And man, and even Left Behind, they even did puzzles right. It was amazing. You know, I think what you start out with, as far as supplies at the beginning, totally appropriate. Kind of sets the stage, and then you just kind of go from there. And by the time you have exactly what you need, and it complements. Plus, it's filled with, you know, some of the best nuggets in Last of Us were these little letters and things that you would find, these stories of people and survivors who were left behind, who ended up dying and stuff, and who had a more tragic life. And man, Left Behind delivers it in spades. What a freaking great DLC. Totally freaking stoked. Dead, dude. So dead. Now right here, this easily could have been 2 executions right here, but it's stupid. I rush in there. Should have come to the door, throw my flamethrower on. I should have come to the door, put my flamethrower on, and walk in flame on. But stupidly, I run in there, and oh well, that's just a mistake on my part. You know, no great loss. See, we are like totally down here. It's an extremely close match, man. It's like totally tense. But yeah, I think it was amazing. If you guys have seen Grounded, which is the making of The Last of Us, it's on YouTube now. It was available on Amazon for a while. You probably can still get it there, instant video. You can also see it on YouTube. I think it's posted on YouTube now. I'll find the link for you guys and post it here. But that's just, man, that's a great documentary where they go into the making of it, and they just take such great care with their games. They really do. You know, is it the greatest game of all time? Well, I don't know. I mean, no, probably not. I mean, but it certainly deserves to be mentioned in the top 5 or 10, like I originally said. Totally deserves to be mentioned.
Uniform down.
God, the revolver is so OP. So, I'm like playing this, and it is well balanced. It like starts out kind of slow, and you kind of ease into it. And this is the story. I'm like playing it. I'm at my office actually because we just had a huge ice storm, and I work for a utility company, so it's like all hands on deck. So we get like kind of camp out here overnight when these big storms come through. And so I'm in my office, got the door shut, people are gone. I got the lights out in the office. I got the lights out in my office. I'm in the dark. I'm playing. I've been playing for like an hour or so.
All done.
And
Let's go.
I'm getting into the part now, and I've already run into my first couple of infected, man. It's like I'm kind of like twitching a little bit. And then I get into this part where there's like about 4 or 5 infected, and I'm like creeping around in the dark with my flashlight in the game, and freaking one of them sees me, and I end up, man, I'm just scrapping for my life, and then I get away from like 2 or 3 of them, and there's like one left, and I'm crouched down behind this van, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like listening, and it's all intense, and he's like running around mad trying to find me, and I'm like ducking in around the van. All of a sudden I stop to listen, and boom, my office door freaking pops open, and the lights come on, and I scream bloody murder like a little girl, and I scare the living hell out of the poor maid who, like the cleaning lady who came in to clean the office, who had no idea that I was in here. Here I am, like sitting in the dark, playing a freaking zombie game, freaked out of my mind, and then I just go off and scream like nobody's business. And totally freaked this lady. I mean, I was freaked out, dude. I was scared. I cried like a little girl, man. I was like, what the hell? It was nuts. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was amazing. We are down 8-2 at this point. Things are not looking good for the home team. Man, gosh, it was. Someone had to come over, like the other cleaning crew, like rushed in there, and like someone's like translating, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we scared you." Oh, but I think you scared her too, you know, because she couldn't speak English. It was just so freaking nuts. Like, kind of freaked me out a little bit. So, okay. One last thing I want to talk about. There's rumor about the last maps, about what the DLC will be. In Left Behind, and this is kind of how the mechanics work. For the first time, you actually have like hunters, human enemies, and infected in the same room, and you're able to pit them against each other. This is something they could not get the AI working right in time for the main game. But obviously, as they went through the process, basically, for doing this DLC, they've actually got that AI right. So if they have that AI right, this is my theory. My theory is that we're going to see basically a new mode in multiplayer that is going to be, maybe it's teams, maybe it's horde mode, but more likely it will be teams with infected on site. So it'll be you against another team, and you guys will be able to like pit zombies against each other and stuff. And That would be totally freaking insane. I mean, I think that's like a real possibility. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. Enjoy the rest of the game. This is Lucky signing out.
Tourist, over there!
Down one tourist.
Smoke! Look at that!
Give me a sec. All done. Let's go.
Watch my ass. Look at those sorry sons of bitches.
Well, wait a sec, I'm fixing you up!
Shit, that was
I
close.
got this.
Cover me, gotta patch up.
Heads up, rifle! One down.